Hey friends, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Jessica here. I am coming at you with a different sort of video. I'm just going to do a voiceover while you guys watch me set up the April section of my writer's notebook. It's just a DesignWorks number 3 notebook. I love this notebook. This is my fourth one that I've used for my writer's notebooks. And or third one, excuse me, sorry, my third one. I already set up my fourth one because this one's coming to an end, but that's besides the point. I'm working on kind of setting up my April monthly for success for Camp Nano this year. Again, I'm going to be working on Project Elementals, which is one that I did Preptember and Preptober for last year, with the intention of working on it for NaNoWriMo 2021, but it never happened. So now I'm getting around to actually writing it. This year, though, for 2022, my goals are quite different than last year. My goal is to have all 5 first drafts done for this book series by the end of the year. And when I was doing all my math, because I love math, I love reading, I love English and all of that, so I do both to get my goals set up and to accomplish my goals. So I went through and I kind of added how many scenes roughly. So roughly a book should have about 56 scenes based off of the Save the Cat method. And then because I'm in the fantasy genre, I aimed for the middle part of the word count goal of 100,000 words per book. And so I estimated that each scene should contain, I think it's 1,786 words. And so my daily goal for Camp Nano is to do 2 scenes per day, because if I'm going to meet my goal but still have days off for both Camp Nanos in April and July, I need to do 2 scenes, and then even in NaNoWriMo in November this year, 2 scenes per day every day, which ends up being approximately 3,572 words. That's a lot, but at the same time, when I sit down and write, I write well. And having a daily goal, a daily amount goal, is going to help me and motivate me to get that goal done faster. Whereas before, I would just write and write and write, but at least now, when I go to sit down and write, I'll work on specific scenes instead of just writing until I don't want to write anymore or I hit the goal. So here you'll see I put in the calendar I created for April. On the side for the notes section, I wrote down the daily goal for words and scene counts. Later you'll see I put a heart because I have heart stickers that I want to put each day that I meet my word count goal, or at least my scene goals. And then in each of the boxes, I want to track the scenes I worked on that day and then my final word count for the day. I'm adding this word sprint tracker that I got from Heart Breathings. I'll try and link it down below. I don't know if it's only for her newsletter subscribers. If you are not subscribed, I highly recommend it. Sarah from Heart Breathings, she has so many tips and tricks and offers a bunch of free printables to help you be successful as a writer, whether you're going to go traditionally published later on or self-published. She's a self-published author, and so that's what I'm most likely going to end up doing with the series. And so a lot of what I know and a lot of things that I do, I actually learned from Sarah over there at Heart Breathings. So there's that. I didn't write it in while I was putting this tracker into the notebook, but my goal for the month is to do 60 scenes. So I will have accomplished all of book 1, and then I think about 4 scenes of book 2 by the end of the month. At least that's my goal. It's a very, like, it's a lot. When I'm thinking about it, like sitting down right now, I'm thinking about it. It's a lot, but I know I can do it if I actually set my mind to it. And now that I have set goals, I think it's very reachable. On the opposite side, I will also have put, I've numbered 1 through 56 for book number 1 scene counts word wise, just because I want to keep track. It's only in the first draft, so I may not reach that goal, the scene goal each time. But again, that's just an estimate. It could be more, it could be less. Not every scene is going to be the exact same word count. So with my notebook, I do plan on every day kind of checking in with myself, write down the scenes that I want to do that day, a small description of each scene that I end up doing. And then as I'm writing those scenes, any thoughts or information that come into my head, I want to jot down, just so I'm not stopping or like after I'm done with writing, trying to remember what popped into my head type thing. And then at the end of the day, I want to make a note to myself for what I am thinking about for the next couple scenes for the next day, so that the next day when I open up my document in Scrivener and then open up my writer's notebook, I'll know what I want to do next and what I was thinking about the day before, because a lot of times I'll have all these scenes planned out ahead of time, but as I'm writing the scenes before that, something new will pop up, and then when I finally sit down to write the next scene, I'll forget what I've thought about before. And so that's why I'm going to utilize my writer's notebook more as a daily planner sort of thing. So yeah, I'm excited. What are you guys doing for NaNoWriMo? I would love to hear. I'm excited but nervous. It's going to be a lot of work, but the way I planned out writing my entire series is that for the months like May, June, August, and September, so those 4 months, my goal will only be 20 scenes per month. So even if I did 1 scene per day, that still leaves 10 to 11 days where I don't have to write. So if I do, on the off chance, end up not completing my goals during the NaNoWriMo months, I can still kind of catch up. But I also won't burn out super fast because I am going to give myself those days off, which will be really nice. So now all I'm doing is I'm updating my index because, again, in my writer's notebooks, the biggest thing is having my index, knowing, like, writing everything down so I can find it easier. You can't really tell in this video, but at the top I also have colored tabs based off of what it is. So whether it's going to be my project DBH, poetry, miscellaneous ideas, project elementals, so that I can easily see it from the top too. And then also everything's divided by month. So this is just me going through, and again, the heart sticker that I mentioned earlier for if I meet my goal, I just want to jot down what my goal is for the monthly setup, because sometimes I'll put a monthly calendar and then it'll be blank, or I'll fill it in ahead of time, only to feel too much pressure on myself, and then I just don't. So I think if I fill out the daily square each day that it comes and then the daily page, I will be good to go. All right, so I think that's it. So here is the April monthly tab. I just cut it out of an old Happy Planner. Here's my April monthly calendar, the sprint tracker, and then my scene word tracker. And again, the rest of the days will be filled in. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.